MGTOW, IBMOR Warrior. Today we're going to talk about just how easy it is for a woman to find a man. And we're not even talking about just for sex, because that goes without saying. But I'm talking about even on a commitment level. Okay? So you women who are always crying,
"Oh, I can't get a man. I'm single. I can't get a man."
well, you might want to listen to this video, because I'm going to give you hoes some game, even though you're not going to understand or want to hear it. There's only three things that you need. Well, actually, there's only one, because out of these three things, if you have one of them, if you have only one out of these three, you will definitely always have a man, pretty much. Okay? With the third being both the easiest and most important, and the one that 99.9% of you hoes don't have. Okay? So, let me go in on the first one and the most obvious one, which is looks. Okay? If you have a banging body, and especially if you have a pretty face, okay, the pretty face definitely guarantees that some dude will always wife you up. Now, if you have a banging body and an ugly face, that might be another case scenario right there. But if you have a pretty face, it's almost guaranteed that a dude's gonna wife you up and want to show you off. Okay? I've never brung no ugly broads around my family and friends, but I've smashed a lot of ugly. Like, most of the chicks that I've smashed have been fat and ugly. I just gotta tell you that. Okay? But you won't see me bringing the ugly broads around my family and friends. Okay? Or committing to any ugly broads. I've never, even when I was not MGTOW, okay, because right now I'm not committing to any bitch. But even when I was committing to bitches, I would only commit to the pretty bitches. But a lot of ugly bitches done got fucked. So that's the first thing. Now, if you don't have the looks, don't worry, fat and fuglies. You guys can still get wifed. Okay? Now, the second thing is financial stability, and it's probably the least important of the three, but the one that you bitches, especially you black bitches, put the most importance on. But it's the least important of the three. But the thing is, if you have this and you don't have any of the other two, you'll always be able to get a man to stick around, but the only man you'll really have to stick around is baby boy. That's why a lot of you black hoes are perpetually dating baby boy. Okay? Because baby boy knows that he can drive your car with no license. Okay? He can get free food, a free place to live. Okay? Free PlayStation games, god damn it. And fucking free Jordan sneakers. You understand? So you will be able to get a man to stick around if the financial stability is the only thing you have, but the only man you'll get to stick around is baby boy. And it's your choice. Now, number three is by far the most important, And it's the one that 99.9% of you hoes fail to have or do. This is even more important than the looks part. And that is having the right attitude and mentality. Having the right attitude and mentality. And that within itself has about 3 subpoints that I'll go through. But you hoes must understand this. This is where 99.9% of you fucking hoes fail. Now, the first and most obvious part of having the right attitude and mentality is number one, just being a pleasant person. Just being a nice, pleasant person to be around. Not that hard, right? Well, for a lot of you bitches, that is very hard for you to do. Okay? Because you think because you have a warm, wet hole in between your thighs that you can just be a fucking cunt to everyone. So being a pleasant person is part of having the right attitude and mentality. Also, being open-minded, which once again, all you bitches have problems with this, but black bitches are the worst with this. They're not open-minded at all. Okay? Not open to new ideas, not open to new possibilities, and not open to different types of men who might possibly come into their life and be able to upgrade them. I've always said black bitches, no matter if they're in the hood or whether they're in the corporate boardroom, all black bitches, and I mean all black bitches, only like one type of guy. Okay? Tall, swagged out, aggressive, fucking ripped, athletic, you know what I'm saying? A bit of a thug attitude, even if he's not a street thug, he's got to have a little bit of a thug attitude. Okay? That's the only type of dude that all black bitches like. They're not open-minded. Okay? And then also when you get with a black woman, they're not open-minded in a lot of ways. Like the vast majority of black women are not sexually open-minded at all. Okay? They just want to lay on their back and get fucked or bend over and get fucked. Any type of kink or fetish or anything of that nature, black women are very close-minded when it comes to that and when it comes to anything. Okay, so there's being a pleasant person, there's being open-minded, and then there's also the next thing that comes along with that is being realistic. Most of you hoes, especially you black hoes, are unrealistic in your expectations. Okay, you look at the television show Insecure with the character Molly on Insecure. The bitch has unrealistic expectations. Every episode, she's going on a date with some nigga that's perfectly a good nigga, but her expectations are so unrealistic that even if Jesus Christ were to go on a date with this bitch, she would curve him. Okay? Unrealistic expectations. He's got to be 6'5". He's got to have a 6-figure income. He's got to be fucking ripped. Okay? He's got to have fucking advanced degrees. You know what I'm saying? He's got to have all this other shit. And he's got to be, aggressive and always take charge. And he's got to have super swag and dress well and, all these things. Okay? But yet and still, a lot of the bitches who have those expectations are fat and fugly. So even if this dream nigga did exist, I guarantee you that he wouldn't want your ass. So the having the right attitude and mentality is the easiest one of the three. Like I said, you only have to have one of the three to get a man to commit to you. Looks, financial stability, like I said, very overrated by black women, and it only is going to get you baby boy. And number three, the right attitude and mentality. I've seen, a few older black women who are happily married with children, who are not lookers in the face at all, okay, and are not particularly financially well off, but guess what? They have a decent attitude. And that goes a long way, especially for a black woman, because that's the rarest shit on the planet. That's the rarest shit on the planet. It's the easiest one of the three, and it's by far the most important. And it's where 99.9% of you hoes fail. And to have a good attitude and mentality, like I said, I'm breaking this down. This is class for you hoes. I hope y'all took notes. Okay? The three subpoints of the good attitude and mentality are being pleasant, being open-minded, and being realistic. I just gave you hoes some fucking game. But y'all don't hear me though. This is why I don't fuck with you hoes anymore. This is why I'd rather just chill at home with my internet, with my alcohol, okay? Because you hoes, you hoes are done. You hoes are dead to me. But I had to give you some game, you know what I mean? Because I'm a nice fucking guy. You understand? Anyway, this is the MGTOW IBMOR Warrior. I'm out this bitch.